Hello everyone, this is Shubham Chauhan from second year Law Center 1, and today I am going to introduce one of the optional subjects in third semester, that is white collar crime or law of crimes 3 or socio-economic offences. So before moving on to the main topic, I would like to ask a simple question from all of you. What is the first thing that comes to your mind after listening the word white collar? I'm sure most of the people must be thinking it is something related to office. Some of the people might be thinking white collar is something related to professionals, and some of you might be thinking it is some work which is done while sitting in office. Actually, you all are right. And the second question that I would like to ask you, what are the various collar jobs according to you other than white collar jobs? So I would like you all to research on this topic because I also got to know there are various collar jobs like white collar jobs, grey collar jobs which is related to IT professionals, green collar jobs which is related to environmental, and gold collar jobs. You will be amazed to know that gold collar jobs are related to the work related of doctor and we lawyers. So yeah, that was out of the box question and you can research on that. So now coming to the main topic, that is white collar crime or law of crimes 3. So what I have done is I have divided this topic into subtopics. That is, first subtopic is what is WCC and its comparison with the traditional crimes, and the traditional crimes are also known as blue collar crime. Second, I have written down few frequently asked questions by students related to WCC. The third subcategory is the syllabus and the study material related to WCC, obviously. And the fourth thing is conclusion. So let's move on to the first subtopic. I would like to start with a famous quote: a man with a suit and a briefcase can steal more than a man in blue jeans with a gun. Most of you might have understood a lot of things from this quote. So, as you all know, some of the largest thefts are committed by white collar criminals. These are the crimes committed right under the victim's nose without a single shot fired. Now, I would like all of you to think about some examples of white collar crimes. So, some of you might have thought about fraud, money laundering, like common life examples, credit card fraud, sale of illegal drugs, and basically big money obtained from illegal activities. Now, according to you, what are the real life examples that we encounter related to white collar crimes? Any real life example? I'll give you a small hint that Vijay Malla case, that bank fraud case, that is one of the white collar crime. Another thing is Ponzi scheme. I think most of you might be knowing that Ponzi scheme in which a man took all the savings from people, all the family savings, and told them like he will invest the funds on behalf of them, and the end result what was they got nothing. So these are the basic white collar crimes that are involved in day-to-day life and we encounter around us. And so yeah. So basically, if I what is the first word that comes to your mind if I say crime? As you guys have studied IPC in your first semester, I'm sure the first thing that comes to your mind is IPC and the crimes related to IPC like murder, rape, robbery. So by choosing WCC as your optional subject, you will help to it will help you to gain a different perspective. It will broaden your perspective towards other kinds of crimes which are being committed by professionals, the upper class, and they are well planned crimes. So now I would like to you all to quickly go through the difference between the WCC and the blue collar crime, that is the traditional crime. Think of differences between both of them. So the first basic difference that I would like to point out is that WCC is committed by upper class, in which the upper class is involved, and in blue collar crime, the criminals are from underprivileged section. Second thing is white collar crimes are very difficult to detect and they are not at all personal, but blue collar crime on the other hand are very direct and personal. Obviously, the economic loss in WCC is more as compared to blue collar crime, and white collar crime is basically committed out of greed and they're well planned as compared to blue collar crimes which are committed out of rage, revenge, and other emotions that you might have studied in your IPC in first semester. I hope you got a basic idea about what is WCC, what is the difference between the traditional crimes, what is the benefit that you will get after obtaining WCC as an optional subject, and what are the common life examples. Moving on to next subtopic, that is frequently asked questions by students. So I've encountered a few questions related to WCC. Trust me, they are not technical questions. They are simple questions as written here. First thing is, क्या WCC में सबसे ज़्यादा बैक आती है? So to be very frank, भाई अगर पढ़ोगे तो किसी में बैक नहीं आएगी, यू कैन ईजिली स्कोर 60+, एंड नहीं पढ़ोगे तो किसी भी सब्जेक्ट में बैक आ सकती है, चाहे वो कोई भी सब्जेक्ट हो. सो मेन थिंग इज इंटरेस्ट एंड स्टडिंग द टॉपिक, बिकॉज it consists of all the acts like Corruption Act, Money Laundering Act, and it is, trust me, it is very interesting. If you read it with interest, you will be easily be able to score more than 60%. Second thing, क्या WCC का syllabus बहुत ज़्यादा है? Yes, if I compare it with other optional subject in the third semester, the syllabus is a bit more. But if you guys have passed IPC and CRPC in your first and second semester, trust me, the syllabus is nothing as compared to those subjects. It consists of only 6 subtopics, basically 6 acts. थर्ड क्वेश्चन, फ्रिक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन इज, क्या WCC में बाकी ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट्स के कंपैरिजन में मार्क्स कम मिलते हैं? My personal experience, I think you can easily get more marks in WCC as compared to other optional subjects. The reason, because there is a lot of content, lot of acts involved, lot of cases, and these are all practical topics. Basically, even if you don't remember anything while sitting in the exam, you can write down any practical example, whatever comes to your mind. Suppose a question is asked from the Corruption Act, and if you don't remember any case related to the corruption, you can write any real life example that you study in the newspaper or read in the news, whatever example that comes to your mind, and you can frame your own case law. Take another example, drug trafficking, money laundering, any money laundering that you example that you like, got exposure in the real life. So basically, even if you don't study anything, it consists of all the acts which are very practical, you have encountered in your practical life, and you can write your own case laws, and you have more topic and more content to write in exams. So it will easily be able to get you more marks as compared to the other optional subjects. Any other frequently asked question or any other question you would like to ask, you can feel free to ask in the comment section or message me personally or ask me in my first generation lawyers group. So now coming to the third subtopic, which is syllabus and the study material. So the syllabus basically consists of six topics. I would like you guys to quickly run through the syllabus. So the first topic is Introduction to the Socio-Economic Offences. It consists of mens rea, nature of liability, the burden of proof, and what is the concept of white collar crime. And as we studied, what is its comparison with the traditional crime and the 47th report of the Law Commission. The second topic is Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956. It consists of the history, development, and magnitude of human trafficking. I'm sure you guys must have gone through the syllabus in the case mat of WCC. And the third topic is Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. It is a very interesting topic, especially in law faculty. I hope you guys understood what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it consists of the definition of drugs, what are the various kind of drugs, and what is the prohibition control, and what is the regulation involved, and it involves certain sections. It consists of 5 cases. The next topic is Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. It consists of the definitions of all the foods, adulterant, contaminant, the food business, what is food safety officer, what are the works of food safety officer, what are the general principles involved for food safety, what are the licensing and registration process, and other topics related to that. The next topic is Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. The Prevention of Corruption Act 1988, it consists of Sangathanam Committee report, the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988, various definitions, and consists of various sections, and consists of 3 cases in the case mat as given in the case mat. Topic 6 is Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, the most interesting act according to me. You'll get to know a lot of things in this act. What is the definition, what is the punishment involved, what is the magnitude of money laundering, real life examples in our country, in India or other countries, what is the survey, how is the search and seizure done, power of arrest, and various other technical concepts. So I hope you got a basic idea about what is the syllabus of WCC. Basically, the gist of the story is it consists of 6 topics, basically 6 acts: Corruption Act, Money Laundering Act, Food Safety Act, Drugs Act, and Immoral Traffic Act. If you read it with interest, it will be very interesting, and you'll get to learn a lot of concepts as compared to other optional subjects. And the study material, as you know, like in faculty, only one thing is famous: Dukki, and Dukki. Yes, you can also go through the case mats. So what my advice is, first to go through any case in the given in the case mat, just get a basic idea about it, gain your knowledge from the case mat, and then while studying for exams, revise it from Dukki. Because if we study from case mat, it is a very long case, and we will not be able to remember each and every point while writing an exam. So basically, first read through the case mat in the starting of the semester, and when the exams are near, you can go through the cases from the Dukki just to get a summary of that case and write it accordingly in the exams. So Dukki and case mat will be more than enough for the preparation. So now, coming to the topic, the conclusion. So what is the conclusion of this presentation? First conclusion is it is a very interesting subject as compared to other optional subjects, because it consists of various acts, various interesting acts, as I told. Especially the most interesting act is like Narcotic Drugs Act and the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So you'll get exposure to various acts involved, and you'll get as I told you, you'll get a different perspective towards the types of crimes, because now your perspective is single-minded right now, like IPC, murder, rape, robbery, theft. Okay, now you'll gain a different perspective of white collar crime, money laundering, corruption, narcotic drugs, illegal money, trafficking. Okay, so it will help you gain the two kind of perspective towards crime. And like if you go to courts, any lower court or high court, most of the cases are related to IPC and CRPC. So there IPC and CRPC very useful. But if you do internship in any law firm dealing with the cases related to these acts, so it will help you fetch more opportunities, more internship opportunities, and more job opportunities in future. So there are different career opportunities involved in WCC, and it is interesting. So this is the overall gist of the story basically. So I covered what are the various subtopics, what are the definition of WCC, what are the difference between the traditional crimes, and then I covered the syllabus, I covered the study material, and I covered the conclusion. So if you guys have any question related to this, you can feel free to ask me. And thank you so much. Have a nice day. And please choose WCC as an optional subject. And if you have interest in other subjects, you can go for that. But if you want to gain knowledge about different acts and want to make yourself exposed to different career opportunities in future, go for WCC. Thank you. I rest my case. Your Lordship, Shubham Johan, second.